Namaskar, everyone, and welcome. My name is Sandhya, and I will be guiding you through your yoga practice for today. Today, we'll be doing a chair yoga flow for all mobility levels. For this, you will need a chair for which your feet can comfortably reach the ground, and a yoga mat to rest your feet on for other postures. It helps if the chair doesn't have handles, such as this one. So once we're ready with our chair, let us come into our opening. So feet square on the mat, knees hip distance apart, palms facing up. You can find your chin mudra. And we begin to breathe deeply, lengthening the breath. Bringing that breath awareness, bringing that awareness of the energy behind the breath, and connecting into that silent space within. Feel with each breath, the mind relaxing, the mind clearing, the body relaxing as well. Noticing any areas of discomfort or tension. Breathing gently into that area by bringing awareness and continuing the deep belly breaths with that focus. And we'll bring our attention to the center of the chest, that heart center, that heart space, our emotional center. And breathing into that space, breathing into that heart center. And with that awareness, feel the space opening up. Maybe feeling the warmth in the hands as the chest begins to open. And we take this moment now to welcome the presence of all of our guides and masters of light, including our own guru, Sri Vasudeva. May we always feel worthy of the divine grace. And we open our practice with the sacred sound of Om, breathing out gently. In. Keeping that awareness of the breath, keeping that openness in the heart space, gently opening the eyes when you feel ready. And we move into our pranayama, our breathing exercises. So we'll start with our Kapalabhati, the breath of fire, our Kriya, to energize the body, to bring cleansing of the energy, our energetic channels, and to overall revitalize the body after our sleep. So we'll start and with a cleansing breath, and we'll do a few rounds of cleansing breath before we go into our Kapalabhati. We'll do it for about a minute. Of course, you go at your own pace, and you stop and rest if you need to, and then join back in. Breathing out. Breathing in, and we begin with our Kapalabhati. Slow it down. Breathing in, out, open mouth, sigh. In, sigh. Closing the eyes. Breathing normally here, using the Ujjayi if you feel guided to do so. Becoming more and more aware of our subtle body and the energy behind these gross breaths. And then gently opening the eyes when you feel ready. We begin again, cleansing breath out and right in. And slow it down and relax. Breathing in. In. Observe. Then we gently open our eyes and we prepare for our last round. Breathing out. Slow it down. And relax. Breathing in and out. Observing. And we notice how the body feels compared to before and now that we've finished our Kapalabhati. And we open our eyes and we come to our second exercise. This is our alternate nostril breath, Nadi Shodhana. This is great for bringing balance to both sides of the body, something we often need, especially those of us with very mental jobs, where we're very, very focused in the mind. So for this, we're going to take Chin Mudra with the left hand, thumb and index together, tuck in the middle and ring finger, thumb and index finger are out. And these will be doing the blocking. If you have another way of blocking, of course, you can do that as well. This is what we'll use, though. I'll use to demonstrate. So I plug the right nostril, and I exhale normally out through the left. In through the left. Plug the left and hold both nostrils closed. And exhale through the right, trying to really lengthen the exhale slow and deeply. Inhale through the right. Plug right, hold both closed. We exhale through the left. So that's one round. In through the left. Plug and hold. Out through the right. Slow exhale. In through the right. Plug and hold. And out through the left. Inhale through the left. Plug and hold. Out through the right. In through the right. Plug and hold. Out through the left. In through the left. Plug and hold. Out through the right. In through the right. Plug and hold. And out through the left. Slowly. And then we slowly take the hands from the face, closing the eyes. And we take one last opportunity to notice the experience on the inner space, on our subtle body, as well as our physical body. Any changes, more vitality, more calmness. And then we gently open our eyes. We'll come into our asana postures, our asana practice. So tucking the chin into the chest, we're going to begin with some gentle neck rolls. Rolling to the right. Gently coming back, maybe not going back so far, to the left. And coming back down and forward. Okay, again. Inhale up, to the right and back. And then exhale to the left and down. One more. Inhale right. And then exhale left down. Good, and then bring your chin back to center. We reverse the direction. Now inhale back and to the left. Then right and forward. So we exhale. Inhale to the left. And exhale to the right. One more. Inhale to the left. And exhale forward. Good, bringing the head back up. We're going to take our right ear towards our right shoulder here. Just lightly and gently, no strain. We're going to take our left hand, bringing our hand parallel to the ground, and to encourage a deeper stretch in our neck, but keeping it gentle, we're going to make figure eights with our hands. Good, and then bringing the hand back up, head comes back to center, and we turn to the other side. Right hand comes up, parallel palm, then we make our figure eight. Good, and then our hand comes down, head comes back into center. Bringing the shoulders up to the ears as high as we can. And then we're gonna, on our next exhale, we're gonna drop them. Inhale the shoulders up, drop. Inhale up, drop. Inhale up, drop. Good. Right hand reaches behind you to the back of the chair. Left hand comes to the outside of that right knee. We look over the shoulder for a gentle spinal twist. And come back into center. Other side. Right hand to the outside of that left knee. Left hand reaches behind you, trying to keep that hip distance of the knees, so don't let them push in. And then we'll come back into center here, slowly releasing. Holding on to the side of the chair. So taking my left hand across, holding on to the side of the chair if I can with my left hand. My right arm reaches up and over. Side body stretch here. Maybe looking up the ceiling. Or looking straight ahead if this is more comfortable for the neck. And hand comes back down, other side. Right arm crosses across, left hand reaches up and over. Good, and then we release and coming up. Hands coming on either side of the chair. We do our cat-cow spinal stretch in the chair. So we're going to inhale, chest pushes forward, looking up, and exhale. Spine curls in, chin drops down. I'm going to turn my chair so you can see the movement along the spine. Going to inhale, chest pushes forward, looking up, and exhale, curling the spine in. Inhale. And exhale. And then we're going to come back to our neutral spine. We're going to reach the hands up and exhale the hands together. Inhale the hands up. And we're going to exhale, and this time we're going to fold over those bent knees. So we're going to come into our forward fold on the chair. So letting the head release if we can. Stomach presses into the thighs. Palms, if they reach the floor, can rest there. Can rest them on the feet. Allowing the head and the neck to really relax here. We can shake our head out as if we're saying no. And then we can shake our head out as if we're saying yes. Good, and then tucking the chin into the chest, we slowly come up to a rise here. When we reach the top, we roll our shoulders back. We're going to repeat this, but we're going to try with straighter legs. So your legs aren't locked. Mine still have a little bit of a bend in them, but we're trying to get our legs out straighter. Toes flex back towards our face. We're going to inhale the hands up. Preparation, exhale the hands to heart center. And then we inhale the hands up. And we exhale, folding over the legs here, reaching for those toes. If they reach the toes, we hold on to them, maybe reaching for our calf. We try and keep our back straight for our first reach, and then when we can't reach any further, we just relax into the pose. Again, letting the head relax, letting the neck relax. Feeling the hamstring stretch here. Now we're stretching out a little bit of our hamstrings. Maybe our lower back is feeling it too. Good, and then we'll slowly come up to a rise. Hands can come to rest on the chair. Pushing the chest forward, trying to bring the shoulders blades together, trying to bring the elbows together. We do the counter pose for this. This is our reverse plank on the chair. Trying to bring my elbows together and release and relax. I'm going to turn my chair back in for our next posture. So we're going to take a wide-legged stance here, as wide as we can. We want to turn our toes out, heels trying to point forward as well. This has to do with how open your hips are, so just as much as you're able to do. This is our horse pose. So first we just reach the hands up. And we can bring our hands to our heart center, or if we'd like an additional challenge, we bring our arms up, shoulders and elbows in line with each other, trying to push those shoulders back, push the chest forward. At the same time, our knees are active. We try to push away from each other. The thighs are engaged here, and we're trying to open up our legs, trying to open up our chest as well. And then we're going to introduce shoulder release here. Hands can rest on the thighs. We're going to lean forward a little bit, still sitting on the chair. So we're mostly on the edge of our chair here. I'm going to drop my right shoulder in. Still pressing on my thighs and my knees, just above my knees for support. I'm going to drop my shoulder in. Maybe twist a little bit to look to the left side. Holding and breathing here if we're able to. If you need to come out at any point, please do so. And then we come back into center here. We repeat on the other side. Left elbow, left arm twists and the left shoulder comes in. As we twist to look towards that right side. We hold and breathe into the stretch. So bringing conscious awareness to any areas of discomfort, but not pain, and breathing actively into them. If anything is painful, please come out. Good, and then slowly coming back up, bringing the legs in, giving everything a little bit of a shake. We're going to stay on the edge of our chair. We're going to come into our Warrior 2 series on the chair. So we're going to start with the right side. I'm going to bring my right foot out. So my right thigh is fully supported on the chair. My left leg has come off. My right thigh is resting on the chair, toes pointing forward. My left leg stretched back behind me as straight as possible, toes pointing in towards the long side of the mat. Arms reach up, shoulder height T position. So we are using a little bit of our core here to hold us up, but a lot of the weight is being taken off of our feet and our thighs. Shoulders, relax them down. Good. And then we're going to flip that front palm, slide the back arm down the back leg, reverse warrior. If we need to, we can take that back arm and hold onto the chair behind us. That provides additional support. Good, and then the arms come back up. And we come into our extended side angle, resting that front elbow on the thigh, back arm reaches forward, and we twist, opening the shoulders, maybe looking up or looking forward, depending on what's comfortable for our neck. Good, and then we'll come back up, bringing the hands to rest in the chair as we bring our legs in, switching sides. We come onto that left side, the right leg comes off, finding our feet, left toes pointing forward, shoulder height T position. Turning that front palm up, sliding the back arm down, reverse warrior. You can either rest your arm down the leg, or you can hold onto the chair. And then we come back up, front arm rests on the knee, extended side angle. You can inhale the hands back up, bringing the hands to rest on the chair as we bring our feet in. Give them a little bit of a shake. Tap out the feet a little bit. Tap the toes, tap the heels. And then we find hip distance again with our feet. We're going to pick up our right leg, ankle, and cross it just above the knee here. I'm going to thread my fingers in between my toes here. You may notice some are not fitting nicely in them because we often don't spread our toes this far, unless you get pedicures very often. And then we're going to roll out the ankle here. So rolling it in one way. And rolling it out in the other way. Good. Releasing the feet, holding, resting the hands on the feet and the thigh of that right leg. We begin to fold over that front knee. Depending how tight the hips are, you may not move very far. Just holding and breathing here. Good, and then we're going to slowly come up. We're going to take our leg, and we're going to cross the leg across as much as we're able to, and we're going to find another twist here. Left hand comes to the outside of that crossed right knee, and again, we look over our shoulder here just for a moment. Noticing if this twist is a little bit deeper from the first one we did. And then let's come back into center, keeping the legs crossed. Right leg should be crossed on top. I take my right arm under my left and I bring my hands together. So I'm finding eagle posture on the chair. Maybe I can curl that right leg a little bit more around that left. Trying to get the elbows to shoulder height here. Do you feel that opening along the back? Feel that compression and twisting in the arms and in the legs. Of course, if you're feeling very strong today, you could also take eagle off the chair. Good. Then uncrossing the arms, uncrossing the legs. We repeat on the other side. Left ankle crosses just above that right knee. Threading the fingers through the toes. And we rotate out. Going in one direction. And going in the other direction. Release the feet. And we fold forward here. Only as far as the hips allow us. Breathing into the stretch deeply. Don't lose that deep breath. And then we slowly come up, taking your time here, taking that left leg, crossing it more deeply. And we find a gentle twist again. Now the right hand takes the outside of that left knee, and we look over that left shoulder. Again, noticing any changes in this twist as compared to the beginning twist. Good, and then we slowly release back, keeping the leg crossed. Left is on top. I take my right arm under the right, and I find my eagle on the other side. Elbows in line with the shoulder, so bringing them up as much as you're able to. And maybe I curl that left leg more deeply around that right. Maybe if you're even feeling very strong and steady, you take eagle off of the chair. Good, and then I slowly release and curl the legs. Give everything a little bit of a shake here. And then we'll actually come to standing. We'll do a few postures with our chairs while standing. So for this one, I'm going to potentially adjust. You will potentially have to adjust how far your chair is depending on your mobility and flexibility. But I'm going to start to walk my feet back. Maybe I'm pushing my chair a little forward, and I want to come so that my back is as flat as possible, my arms stretching overhead, and the back of my legs are as straight as possible. Not locked, but as straight as you're able to do so. We're trying to get a nice deep chest and shoulder opener here. So once you found a nice position where you can make a nice L with your body, you can let the head hang and use gravity here to support you deepening the opening in the chest. It's a rather deep opening. So being aware of what your body needs at this time. To notice if there is a tendency to start to breathe shallowly. If the body is strained a little bit or challenged a little bit in a new posture. Now you can choose to stay here, or if you would like to deepen even further, you can walk a little bit forward and now rest the elbows on your chair, clasping the hands together and dropping down deeper from the elbows resting on the chair. Again, only if this is accessible and what your body needs today. And then slowly releasing, pressing your hands into the chair to help yourself come up. One final posture with our chair standing here. We're going to come into our tree pose. So we're starting on the right side, spreading the toes of the right foot, grounding down. So really sending the attention and energy down that foot as we pick up the left. Maybe we hands on the hips initially, maybe we come to our ankle, our calf, or maybe even to the thigh. Hands can come to prayer position, or maybe we come to our tall tree. You decide what works for you. Just making sure we're not pressing on the side of the knee with the foot. This creates unnecessary strain on the knee. And I slowly release the hands down, turning the knee in, putting the foot down and giving everything a little bit of a shake here. Turning my chair around as I come to the other side. Spreading the toes of that left foot, sending that attention, energy, and focus down, and then lifting that other foot up against the ankle, the calf, or the thigh. Finding your hand posture as well. And then finding your balance and focus. And then slowly releasing the hand down, turning the knee in, and giving everything a little bit of a shake. So to end off today, I'm going to come a little closer, and we're going to be doing a few face yoga exercises or head-centered exercises. So things we do with our head and with our face in that area. So we're going to start first with our grounding tapping. This is we take our fingertips and we just tap on the cheekbones. So this is for grounding us. If we're feeling a lot of mental anxiety, a lot of tension in the mind, we're just feeling relatively ungrounded in our physical body awareness, we do this. Just a gentle tapping. Good. And our next, this is for our ears. So we're just going to start by massaging out our ears, pinching the ears, moving down, feeling the bottom, moving all the way along, gently pushing and pulling out, noticing any areas of tension or pain in the ear. And that is likely a blockage, an energetic blockage or a clearing. In reflexology, we often think about the hands and the feet, but it is also the ear that contains the entire body, the entire body system, energy system in it. So we can stimulate the energy system in different parts of the body, the subtle body, through these ear massages. And then we're going to release from that. We're going to start by, we're going to do a bit of a crown pull here. So we're going to start by pressing our fingertips into the brow center, pressing in and pulling across and down. Pressing, moving up along the head. Now I'm going up and behind my ears and down. So really pressing in, trying to pull across behind the ears and down. Then we can start going to the top of the head like you're combing out. Pulling things in behind the ears and out. So this is for tension headaches in the head. Releasing mental tension as well, a busy mind. So for those of us who work really mentally in a lot of mental jobs, this can really help to release them. Okay, and one more. We reach at the back of our neck, pulling across, and then we'll hang our arms just off of that area of our neck. Take a deep breath in, and then we exhale and then drop our arms. So really just letting everything kind of come out there and drop out there. We have another form of stimulating the mind and easing tension in the mind. And this is our head massage. So you take your fingers, pointing down, and making little circles all over your head. So again, we're just stimulating this part of our head and helping with any tension or any stagnant blocks in that area. Okay. And then from there, we'll release. Give your hands a little bit of a shake here. And we'll do a full face massage now. So something similar to our crown pull. We're just going to sort of massage around the head, making these sort of gentle circles. First starting in the forehead and moving down to the sides of the eyes. You wash your face often. Maybe you do similar exercises for this. Just really feeling all areas, moving down to the neck. And then with the neck, we're actually pulling out and across and down, smoothing out the neck. And relax. We'll take rubbing the hands together. And this is just to give some loving attention to our eyes, which work so hard for us every day. Covering your eyes and letting the warmth seep in. Slowly releasing the hands from the face. To take one final exercise, we're going to tap in the joy. So we're going to think of a memory that brings us great joy, brings us great happiness. We're going to think about that, and we're going to tap it in by tapping at our brow center. So closing the eyes and just call to mind that memory of joy, of love, of happiness. Call up that feeling within the body, how it felt in your entire being, how it felt in your subtle body, how it manifested in your physical. Really fill your body with that memory. Pull that experience back up. And to really imprint this into our nervous system, we're going to tap at the brow center with the fingertips, keeping that feeling, keeping that memory of that feeling, how it felt throughout our subtle being. And we tap. Good, and then slowly we can stop tapping, keeping the eyes closed. Taking a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Deep inhale and a deep exhale. And then keeping the eyes closed, if you're able to, we're going to find our final resting Shavasana. So if you have a yoga mat and you would prefer to come to lie in your traditional Shavasana on your mat, you can do so. Otherwise, coming to your chair in that hip distance with the feet, shoulders back and relaxed, back as straight as possible. We sit and we relax. Bringing that full attention back to the breath. Back to the inhales and exhales. Maybe we sync the breath with our mantra Soham. So as you breathe in, hum as you breathe out. We turn our attention inwards, bringing our awareness to that deeper, silent, subtle space. slowly draw our attention back to the physical body, staying centered, hopefully, in that deeper, more subtle space, in the subtle being, the subtle body. We begin to connect more deeply with the physical body. With our growth breath, deepening the breath, making it more growth, pulling up on the perineum, energetically or physically, if this works for you. Maybe we wiggle the fingers and the toes to bring back that awareness in this way. And then we stretch our arms overhead, clasping the hands together, turning the palms facing up, lifting the palms up. Stretching the arms and releasing the hands down slowly. Bringing our hands to our heart center. We take this moment to be in gratitude to ourselves, to one another, to the divine, our guides and masters of light, including our own Guru, Sri Vasudeva. May we always feel divinely guided and supported within. And may we always feel worthy of the divine grace. And we'll close our practice with one Om, breathing out. And in. Om, peace, 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar, everyone. Thank you.